Hello students, welcome to Dhaka Secondary School, North Karachi campus, and today you are watching class 8 English language class, and these slides are prepared by Sir Farhan, language teacher of Dhaka Secondary School. So students, here comes our today's agenda, second week of December, and in this second week of December we learn tenses from present perfect to future perfect continuous, and second topic is conditional sentences first to third conditions. Okay students, so I move towards our first topic, tenses. So perfect condition, what are perfect condition? Basically when we talk about any action that has already been taken place, there we use perfect condition, and in perfect condition we always use third form or past participle form. So here comes our first tense, present perfect tense. So basically present perfect tense is used about those actions of duration that occurred in the past, and we do not mention a specific time of that action. So there we use perfect condition. Another use of present perfect is that we use present perfect for those actions that started in the past but continue to the present. And another use of present perfect is that we use present perfect for those actions that started in the past but stopped recently. Okay students, so has and have are the helping verbs of present perfect. Then comes formula. So affirmative we use subject, then helping verb, verb third form, object time. Then negative we use subject, helping verb not, then verb third form, object that plus time. Interrogative we use helping verb first, then subject, verb third form, object time. Okay student, then we mention question mark in the last. So here comes the example of present perfect. You haven't won the contest, so here you can see student no time. So when we do not mention any time, specific time, and that work has been already been taken place, there we use present perfect. So here comes past perfect. What are past perfect? So when we talk about two past action students, so for the first action, earlier past actions, there we use past perfect, and for the second action we use past simple. So had is the helping of the past perfect, and here comes the formula of past perfect: subject plus helping verb, verb third form, object, then time. Then subject comes, helping verb not, verb third form, object plus time. Interrogative we use helping verb, subject, verb third form, object plus time. So this is what the formula and definition of past perfect. Here comes example: when we arrived the train had left. So here we observe two actions of the past. First is of arriving and second is of leaving. So what action comes takes place first? Leaving the place action takes place first. That's why we use past perfect tense for that action, and for the second action that occurs after that earlier past, there we use past simple. Okay friends, so here comes our future perfect tense. So future perfect tense indicates that an action will have been completed, finished or perfected at some point in the future. Then will have been is the helping of a present or future perfect condition, and here comes the formula of future perfect. So first of all subject, helping verb third form, object, time. Then negative we use subject, will not, then have, verb third form, object plus time. Then after that helping verb, subject, verb third form, object plus time. So this is the example of. So by this time next week I will have worked on this project for 20 days. Okay students, now I move towards our last condition, perfect continuous condition. So perfect continuous condition we use to show the work which started in the past and is still going on or running. So for helping verbs we use has been and have been. Then formula of present perfect continuous is that subject plus helping verb first ing form, object. Since for we use since and for in this sentence. Since is used for starting time, and for is used to mention the quantity of time, okay, period of time. In negative, we use subject, has, have, helping verb, not, then been, verb, ing form, object, since, for, then time, has, have been, then has, have, subject, been, ing form, object, since, for, plus time. For example, they have been playing football for an hour. She has been finding the dress since morning. So here comes our past perfect continuous tense. So past perfect continuous tense is used in order to show the ongoing action that is started and continued for some time in the past. To indicate time, reference, for and since are used, and it describes when the action started and how long it continued in the past. Okay students, now comes the helping verb of past perfect continuous. So had been is the helping verb of past perfect continuous, and here comes the formula of past perfect continuous. So first of all we use subject, then helping verb ing form, object, since, for, time. In negative we use subject, helping verb, not, verb, ing form, object, since, for, time. Helping verb, subject, ing form, object, since, for, time. Then comes the example. I had been writing articles on various topics for 3 hours. He had been reading different books since morning. Here comes future perfect continuous. Basically, there is no use of future perfect continuous in our daily life. Rarely this tense is used in life, but I have mentioned the definition here. So it presents a continuous action which will be done at a certain time in the future. It means the time will come in the future. If two action takes place in the future, the first which will be continued is future perfect continuous tense, and the second one is simple present. So here comes the helping verb of future perfect continuous, will have been, formula, subject plus helping verb, verb ing form, object, since, for, time, subject, will, not, have been, verb ing form, object, since, for, time. Then comes interrogative form, will plus subject plus have been, ing form, object, since, for, time. So here comes the example of future perfect continuous. I will have been written articles on different topics before you come. Here comes our conditional sentences. What are conditional sentences? It is a sentence that expresses a condition. A condition is something that can only happen if something else occurs. So basically this is the correct formula or criteria of using conditional sentence. When a clause is dependent on another clause in order to complete its meaning, that combination of two clauses is called conditional sentences. So this is the general formula of conditional sentences. A conditional sentence has always two clauses. First is a condition happens, and the second one if something else occurs. Okay. So independent clause and dependent clause are the parts of conditional sentences, and it can be varied. You can use independent clause first, then use dependent clause, and we can also use dependent clause first and independent clause after that. First conditional sentence is what? So basically first conditional sentence definition is what? It is used to talk about actions, events in the future which are likely to happen or have real possibility of happening. It basically we use it in order to possible action of the future. That action that is possible, that can happen in future, it has possibility. So there we use first conditional sentence. So first conditional sentence has two clause, if clause and main clause. So in if clause we use present simple, and in main clause we use future simple. For example, if it rains, I will stay home. And another example is if I win the lottery, I will buy a car. So this is what first condition, and it shows what possibility of future. So it can happen. Okay. So here comes our second conditional sentence. What are second conditional sentence? So when we talk about imaginary sentences or imaginary conditions that can never happen in present time, so there we use second conditional sentence. Okay friends, so it is the formula of second conditional. If clause, then comes main clause, and in if clause we use simple past, and in main clause we use would plus verb first form. For example, if this thing happened, that thing would happen. Okay, this is general example, now I am showing you the real example of this sentence. If I were you, I would give up smoking. It means that I am not in the place, I am not the appearance of anyone. If I am in the place of that person, I will give up smoking. It means that I am something else. I am not that person to whom I am talking about. So it is what? Imaginary. So definitely I would not become something else. So I remain myself. So that's why it is what? The actual use of second conditional sentence. So when we talk about imaginary sentences in present time that can not happen, or that are impossible to take place, that is what? Conditional sentence second. So here comes our third conditional sentence. So third conditional sentence is talk about past regrets or past actions that took place in the past, but we are still imagining about those actions, that if we do something else, it can happen something else. So basically it's shows our past regrets. Okay, repentance. So formula of this: if clause, then main clause. In if clause we use past perfect, and in main clause we use would have third form. For example, if this thing had happened, that thing would have happened. For example, if I had worked harder, I might have passed in the exam. It means that I got failed in the past, but that, and the reason is what? I did not work hard. Now I am saying that just because of this I did not work hard, that's why I passed. If I had worked hard, then I would have passed the exams. Okay students, I hope you got the idea about second conditional sentences and tenses. Okay, thank you so much.